Part of the issue that makes this relevant now is that change is changing. You know, what it means nowadays to change in a business is something very different from what it meant 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. But the approaches to change in many companies have not kept pace, and the employees are feeling this. There's a quote from Fast Company in 2019 that highlights the fact that lately, change itself is changing. We talk so much in Agile about VUCA, right? Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. Is the world really more VUCA than it used to be? Absolutely, yes. And if anybody questioned that, the COVID pandemic has been a real wake-up call to many companies. But in addition, we have the fourth industrial revolution, all right, the technology, the Internet of Things. Technology is changing the world faster than ever before, with ripple effects on markets, on customers, on our ways of working. Digital transformations are happening in 70% of companies, 70%. And in many cases, the digital transformation has priority over the Agile transformation. You know, I talked with the CEO last week, and he said, hey, you Agile people had all the attention for 10 or 15 years, whereas Agilists were going to be. Now we have to move on. Now, as Agilists, we know that's not the case, right? Because to be digital, you have to be Agile. But the point here is that the pace of transformation is accelerating. And also, as Agile practitioners, we know that once you start doing Agile in IT, it creeps all over your company, right? It creeps to your portfolio, your operations with DevOps, creeps to budgeting and finance, marketing, people, staffing. How do you get the right Agile people into your company? So I call it Agile Ivy, right? Whether it's the primary transformation or not, it's creeping all over your company, and that's a good thing. Lean and Agile have introduced new ways of working that are critical to business agility and to digital transformation. You cannot achieve those goals without being Agile. There's simply no way. You may be post-Agile, but you had to have gone through that transition to the Agile mindset to get there. And this is valid at the team level, the individual level, especially at the leadership level. How many times as a coach, I worked with teams and the teams were embracing Agile and it was great, but the organization was not, and the leaders were not. I'm sure that's a challenge many of us still face. So I'd like to run a quick poll if we can take a moment. And to participate in that poll, you can go to that link there. And the question I have is, what kind of transformation is your organization undergoing? Is it an Agile transformation? A digital transformation? Agile and digital? Maybe it's Agile, digital, and something else, like work from home or remote. You know, there's many kinds of transformation. So those who are interested, if you want to pop over to that link, and I'll switch over and try to show these results. I'd be really curious to see what people have to say. Okay, I hope you can all see the results. But so far, we've got 2 people doing Agile and digital, 1 doing Agile, digital, and others. So interesting that Agile is not standing alone, even in this small subset of a survey.